Hi, good morning. Welcome back to Soul. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so grateful you choose to spend your Tuesday morning or whatever time of the day or week it is with me, just to listen to this little food for thought. As you know, Soul was established to be a short and sweet food for thought podcast to remind you that we are meant to be living our best lives as our best selves. And today I want to talk about something crucial when it comes to that, and that's mental health. And I don't mean it from a professional perspective, which if, of course, you do feel like you're experiencing symptoms that require help from a professional, absolutely please go through the route of speaking to a doctor or a medical professional. In my case, it's more from a mind, body, and soul perspective, how to think about our mental health. Now, oftentimes people are thinking about how, if you're sick, you're going to heal. If it's a broken arm, it's going to, you're going to mend the wound and mend the broken arm. But mental health is a little bit different. Mental health is not about something that needs fixing, but rather it's something that needs to be nurtured long-term and sustainably. Now, what do we mean by that? Again, I gave the examples of things that need fixing. But one thing we always say on Soul is how whenever you're feeling down, think of yourself as a friend. How would you treat a friend, right? How would you be there for your friend? Now, your mental health is more like a friendship. Unlike, having the flu or having a broken arm or just having a wound or, a broken phone, it's not just something that can get fixed or that can, get better and get healed and that's it, that's the end of it. If you have a fight with your best friend, or when you have a fight, because, we're human, it's bound to happen, you're not just going to say sorry and then leave and never speak to them again. You're going to say sorry, and then you're going to go back to building that friendship. And there's continuity to it, of course, right? But it's a constant. It's not something that is just a one-off and that may or may not happen again in the future. Think about the fact that you eat every day. You're not just going to eat intensely one day and then not eat again. It's not like you're going to eat once and then not again for the rest of the day. Think about water. You know how I'm a hydration queen, always reminding you to drink water. That's something you have to do for the rest of your life. Your mental health is the same. It's not a one-time apology or repair. It's an ongoing relationship with yourself. And it's one that needs attention, care, and most importantly, effort. Maybe you've had a difficult period and you've sought therapy, you've leaned on a loved one, or found coping mechanisms that work for you. That is amazing. But it doesn't mean you stop here. The important thing is then to create habits and routines that can help you sustain your well-being. And again, that doesn't mean it's just going to get fixed. We will have ups and downs all the time, right? But the idea is to nurture our health, our mental health especially, listening to our needs, practicing self-care, seeking support when needed, and most importantly, forgiving yourself when things don't go as planned. So how can we nurture mental health sustainably? Well, there's 3 things that are, as always, easier said than done. But the first one is something that you can do anywhere, anytime, and that is to check in. And when I say check in, it's to check in with yourself the same way you would check in with a friend of yours. You know how people say there's the 2 types of how are you questions? There's how are you, and there's how are you really? I want you to sit down with yourself and think, how am I really? Ask yourself that. You can even take a moment now and just think, how am I? And this is me asking you, how are you really? The second thing is to invest in practices that nourish you. Whether that's journaling, so take that question you just asked yourself and write about it. It could be therapy, speaking to a professional about something, exercise, quality time with loved ones, whatever fills your cup. It could be also being out in the countryside with your dog and just going and watching him go after squirrels, right? It could be maybe going on a little retreat and taking a favorite book with you. The third and most important thing is to embrace imperfection. Relationships, friendships, no matter what, they aren't perfect. But progress is not about achieving perfection. There's no such thing as someone with perfect mental health, right? You know how they say in nature, there's no perfect circle? There is no perfection in nature. We see it as perfect because we embrace its natural quirks and flaws. And you are exactly the same, your mental health included. All that is required is progress by showing up consistently. Mental health isn't a problem to fix, it's a relationship to nurture. Give it time, patience, and love, and it will grow stronger, as will you. Take care of yourselves, keep nurturing yourself and each other, and let's just make this a beautiful journey for ourselves. As always, we do this step by step, day by day. Thank you for joining me, and have a lovely week ahead.